Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we will dive into the practical side of the user research with a step-by-step guide, and we will walk through the entire process using a real-world UX project scenario, so you will see exactly how user research is conducted from start to finish. But most importantly, I will explain how to conduct user research effectively, especially when dealing with common challenges such as tight deadlines, limited budgets, and constant feedback loops. And these issues too often jeopardize the research process, particularly when deadlines are too tight and constant feedback and design adjustments consume too much time and, of course, money. But not to worry, I will share actionable tips to overcome these hurdles and ensure your research is both efficient and impactful. But first and foremost, I really hope you all understand why user research is so important. Just imagine building a house without knowing what your clients need or want. So you might end up with a mansion where no one wants to live. So that's why understanding your users' needs, behaviors, and pain points is absolutely crucial. So let's get started. Imagine you're working on a new app for booking fitness classes, and your goal is to create an intuitive and user-friendly experience. And here's how your user research would unfold in this scenario. So before diving into even research, clarify what exactly you want to learn. So for our fitness app, you might want to understand how users currently book classes and what pain points they encounter. And this step ensures that your research stays focused and relevant. Then you choose the research methods, and there are various methods you can choose from, including service interviews and usability testing. For our app, you might start with interviews to get in-depth insights, and then use surveys to gather broader feedback. Each method has its strengths. Interviews provide rich qualitative data, while surveys offer quantitative insights from a larger group. And to avoid delays and ensure you capture all critical data, be strategic and proactive with this step. So start as early as possible to gather meaningful insights without missing any crucial information. And I just cannot emphasize this enough. And one tool that can simplify this process is Listener, which I personally use, and I'm not paid for promoting that, at least not in this video, but I absolutely love it. And I think Listener is brilliant. It helps you recruit participants, conduct interviews, and collect survey data efficiently. It's really very user-friendly and cost-efficient, often with very flexible pricing depending on your needs, and you can choose from various options to fit your budget. And I find that with this tool everything works quickly and smoothly, and that's super important, especially at this very first stage of user research. So now that's time to recruit participants and find users who fit your target audience. For our fitness app, this means connecting with people who frequently book fitness classes or those who struggled with similar applications. And to save on costs, use existing customer bases or social media to find participants who are already familiar with similar products. But once again, you can always use this tool like a Listener to streamline this process. They make it easier to find and engage with the right participants, and that's great for that stage of research as well. And now you're all ready and set to conduct the research, and this is where the magic happens. For interviews, prepare a set of questions, but of course stay flexible. Let the conversation flow naturally to uncover some unexpected insights. For service, make sure questions are clear and concise. And remember, it's not just about asking questions, but listening actively and understanding users' actual needs is very important. And keep sessions short but effective. Record and transcribe interviews to quickly review and analyze insights, so you can do it later. And for service, use tools that automatically generate that responses to save you time. So let's get a bit more practical here and dive deeper into different scenarios and examples. So regarding conducting interviews, imagine you're interviewing users of your fitness app. So start with questions like, can you describe your typical process for booking a class? And what challenges do you face when scheduling your workouts? And if a user mentions they often forget to book classes because they're not sure when their favorite classes are available, so dig deeper by asking, how do you currently keep track of your favorite classes? And this may reveal insights into the need of a calendar view or simple reminders. And after conducting interviews, create a survey with questions such as, how often do you book fitness classes? Or on a scale of 1 to 5, how easy it is for you to find available classes? Ensure that each question is straightforward and avoid any jargon. I hope you understand that. And for example, instead of asking, how would you rate the user friendliness or of your booking system, ask how easy it is to book a class using our application. And during your interview, don't forget to use tools to record and transcribe conversations. So this helps you capture every detail without missing any information or important insights. And then review the transcripts and highlight key points or repetitive themes. For instance, if multiple users mention frustration with the booking process, this certainly indicates a need for improvement. You can utilize survey platforms like Google Forms or Typeform to collect responses, and these tools automatically compile and analyze data, saving you time. For example, if your survey showed that 70% of users struggle with finding class times, this data can guide your design to include more intuitive scheduling options. And during both interviews and surveys, focus on understanding the user's underlying needs. If a user says that they don't use the application's scheduling feature because it's too complicated, then explore this by asking what specifically makes this scheduling feature difficult or complicated to use. And use these insights to refine your design, such as simplifying the scheduling interface or adding user-friendly guides, for example. And once you have your data, it's time to analyze it, of course. Look for patterns, pain points, and common themes. Use this information to identify key areas for improvement. So here how you should do it. Collect all feedback from interviews and surveys. And for example, if multiple users mention difficulty in scheduling classes due to conflicting personal commitments, this indicates a pattern. So look for common themes, analyze the data for issues or needs. For example, if several users express frustration with not being able to see all available class times at once, this is a common pain point. Then you have to focus on the most frequently mentioned problems or needs. If the majority of users struggle with scheduling and express desire for a more streamlined calendar view, so you need to prioritize this issue. For example, suppose your data shows that 60% of users find the current class booking system too complex. So you might identify that users are confused by too many steps or unclear labels. And the solution here is simplify the booking process by reducing the number of steps and making labels more intuitive, such as integrating a calendar view for easier scheduling. And now it's time to apply findings, so translate insights into actionable design recommendations. And for our application, as I said previously, you might add a calendar view if users find scheduling confusing. And here try to focus on really high impact changes that align both with user needs and the business goals, and implement these changes in phases to manage time and resources efficiently. For example, if users struggle with rescheduling, start by adding a basic calendar view at the first phase. And once that is in place and working well, move on to refining other features. So this approach allows you to address the most critical issues first, gather feedback on each phase, and make adjustments before investing in additional changes. and it prevents overwhelming the team and ensures that each improvement is properly tested and integrated without stretching resources too thin. So now we are at step 7, where you iterate and test. Implement changes and continuously test with users, and this is where all the feedback loops come in, of course. And I suggest you to manage feedback loops by setting clear milestones for review and keeping stakeholders' feedback focused on specific aspects. So let's be very tactical and strategic here to effectively manage feedback in the iteration and testing phase. Set specific criteria for what feedback should address and limit the number of review rounds. For example, define key aspects to focus on, such as usability improvements or design consistency, and establish deadlines for each review phase. Make sure that feedback is actionable and directly relates to these criteria. And by doing so, you can avoid endless revisions, and you can ensure that changes are aligned with your project goals, and this will keep the whole process efficient and on track. And last but not least, remember that prioritizing user research, even when time is tight, can save you time and money in the long run. Remember also to stay flexible and be prepared to adapt your methods as new insights emerge, and communicate clearly with stakeholders by keeping them updated and sharing relevant insights. I hope you like how detailed we look at this research process together, and I really hope you'll find this video helpful. And by following these methods and tips, you will make your research process smoother and more effective, setting your project up for success. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!